Conversations with the Empress. I am the Empress, and you are
Big A from the group home.
from the group home. We're back with another Raw and Real Wednesday. We got a good one for you today. Me and Big A have not discussed our opinions on this reel, so it should be interesting.
If you like what we do and enjoy our videos, that little subscribe button, make sure that you press it. Press the like button, subscribe, share our content, and also leave a comment. Because I know we think that you feel some type of way just like we did when we watched it.
And
so
we want to
this
know.
is Raw and Real.
We want to know.
Get with it.
Give us your raw and real opinion, the same way we give y'all. But anyway, this is really a heavy reel, a lot of layers of shit in it. So y'all go check this out, and we'll definitely be back with a conversation.
I got 7 kids and 7 baby mamas. Now, for the past few days, I've been going live telling my story, speaking my truth. And a lot of women having an issue calling me a deadbeat because I tell them I was being irresponsible, yet not wearing protection. But I always tell these women that I got pregnant that I do not want to be a father to these children. And I offer to pay for the abortion. Majority of times, they'll either take the abortion or they'll take a plan B. But only these 7 have kept these children. But the crazy thing about it is they want me to be responsible for some children I told them I did not want. So for some years now, some of them been trying to get in contact with me, access denied. Because I don't really know why you trying to get in contact with me. I done told you I did not want them kids. So don't expect me to be responsible financially, emotional, spiritually, mentally, or physically with some kids I do not want. And I don't give a what nobody think about it. You're not going to force children up on me. Yeah, we both made the decision to lay down and have intercourse. We both was irresponsible about the decisions we made that night. Yeah, I could have pulled out, but I didn't. And I ain't care to pull out because I'm not the one that's going to have to carry a baby for 9 months. It's the woman. In my opinion, women should be more careful on who they sleep with. Because you're going to be like one of my baby mamas trying to find me so I can financially support a kid I done told her or them I did not want. Another thing is, these just jump offs. These the type of women that I ain't even had to do nothing for. The bare minimum, but they gave me access to their body and they think I want to be a father to a child for one of them? Like, I don't even have no type of love for these women. How do they expect me to love these children? Before y'all say, oh, he irresponsible, he a deadbeat, he don't take accountability. Yeah, I do. I just don't give a f. You ain't gonna force these children on me when I told you I ain't want them. Yeah, I can offer to pay for abortion, but at what point can I force a woman to go get an abortion? I cannot. A woman say, my body, my choice, but I say, it's my life, my choice. Before y'all try to stitch this and be like, black men this, black men that, I don't give a f. I really don't.
All right, so there's a lot of shit I picked up on in this reel. First things first, I'm gonna say the positive stuff. Not that there's much positive stuff, but I appreciate the fact that this brother was super fucking honest, and regardless of him being a despicable person, he is being authentically himself. And this definitely could be a textbook of what you should show your daughters when they start dating, so that they can understand how important it is to really be careful about who you lay down with. Because this dude ain't even worthy of no pussy from what I can see from what he said. And he has 7 children from 7 different women and is okay and happy about the fact that he doesn't have a relationship with any of his kids. And if this dude told you that before you was going to have sex with him and you still had sex with him,
Yeah, you know.
You have a daughter, babe.
Yes.
So what do you think about this guy, like in frame of reference with your daughter or your granddaughter when she starts dating?
I'm gonna keep it a buck. You know, niggas gonna do what you let them do. You know what I mean? And you know, the one thing that come across is that he full in his nigger tube. You know
His nigger tube.
Brother straight up with his nigger tube, like, yo, I'll beat that, and I will spit in you. And you know what I'm saying? Like, understand this shit, whatever comes about, and we know what normally comes about, like, it's on you.
Yeah,
You know what I
he
mean?
was
Like,
honest about it. At least from what he's saying, he
right,
was honest about
so, I mean, like, if he honestly had that conversation with the women that he slept with, prior to that, and like, hey, we gonna do what we do. We're not using no condoms, and I'm not pulling out, and so whatever comes next, you need to understand that I'm not going to be around for any of that.
And you still say, yeah, I'm gonna give you my body.
But it's hard for me to believe that he actually had that conversation.
That he actually had that conversation.
I mean?
Maybe he had that conversation after the girl said, "Oh, I'm pregnant."
Like you said, Jay, there's a lot of layers to this, and we can assess what we assess from the onset. Like, although I think his position is pretty despicable, but at the same time, I don't hate that brother, because you know what I'm saying. Like he expressed it. The sex that he had with the women that he had it with wasn't on his end an act of love. You know what I'm saying? It was like, yo,
Mama.
I might have met you someplace. We had some conversation, and you was willing to, let me, let me hit that.
And that's how he talked about. Like, he said,
right,
they was just jump offs.
Right.
And I'm like, bro, like,
so
me personally, I have had lots of sex in my life. Okay, I've had sex in relationships. I've had sex at swing parties. I've had sex with servicemen. Okay, and you have to understand who you're dealing with. Okay. For me, I look at guys, how I've always looked at, not you, baby. You're my baby. But every guy you meet is not a guy that you should make babies with. Every guy you meet is not somebody you should be in a relationship with. The same way guys look at us like, oh, that's just some pussy, or that's just a jump off. You need to look at guys like, oh, that's just some dick. And that's perfectly fine if somebody is just some dick. But you have to have that conversation with yourself. And I feel, and I'm speaking as a woman, this is something that I don't like that a lot of women do, is that we'll meet a guy and a guy will say, okay, I got a girlfriend. I'm not trying to be in a relationship. I'm not looking for this. This is what I want. This is what I don't want. And a lot of times women will hear what you're saying, but in the back of their head, they're like, yeah, he's saying that he don't want that, but I know I could change his mind. I'm different or whatever. And that's a mistake a lot of women make, is that you think that shit is going to change because you gave him some ass. You think that shit is going to change because you pregnant by him. It's not. If he wasn't shit before you fucked him, he ain't going to be shit after you fucked him. Like, that's just how I feel.
You're right.
And I mean, I have had sex with some ain't shit niggas that had some good dick. Because honestly, the ain't shit niggas normally have the best dick. So, but you can't get pregnant by an ain't shit nigga. Like, you can't do that. And you can do it, but you shouldn't expect him to be a quality dude that's going to be there and like raise a kid with you and be a family. Like, that's not going to happen. And I feel like a lot of women live in this false reality in their head that they could turn any guy into a relationship guy, and that's just not true.
Even though, like you said, to have 7 human beings,
he said just these 7 kept the baby. So, nigga, how many bitches you fuck? And just raw dog that shot the club up. If 7, only 7, he said just these 7. What, you got an army? And this is definitely going to make his pussy drop off. He ain't getting no pussy after this video.
Yes, he is.
Okay, he going to get some, but it's definitely going to decline if people see him on this video saying what he's saying. Living your truth.
I think the thing that might be a little bit, hard to grasp or make you feel some type of way is that there's 7 human beings now that are alive. And
half of you
are maybe fatherless.
Yeah.
In terms of, I mean, they have a biological father. It would be him.
But
like,
donor.
But basically, other than that, whether the women that bore these
children,
kids, have an active, a male role model or somebody that dig them, enough to, to want to be a part of rearing that child, that's a lot of information we don't have. So, just on the surface, that's horrible. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta be pretty discompassionate, to, to know that there, you know, maybe like, you know, somebody is your kid out there, and you know, like you know it, and you don't really get it. Be, you know, I could. If you didn't know it, then you couldn't, you know, have some kind of biological responsibility, or even the notion that like, oh, that little kid, that's my little, you know what I mean?
He said like, he said that women reach out to him and he denies them access. Like, I don't know. I just feel like I'm 43 years old and I haven't had any children yet, as of yet. Mm-hmm. But I couldn't imagine having a child and then just saying, fuck that child.
Yeah.
You know, I couldn't imagine, because in my mind, even though I don't have kids, I feel like when you become a parent, you become second. Like, it's about your kid. Like, you have to make sure that you're raising an individual that's going to go out into this world and be better than the shit you see. Right. You understand what I'm saying? Like, and the fact that he just doesn't care. You know, and like, how many kids, you know, don't have a father? You know, having a kid is an opportunity to make a difference. You know, it's an opportunity to give the knowledge and the love and all those things to a being, and then send them out in this world so that they can spread that to other people. Right. So the fact that he just doesn't care, and the fact that he doesn't see it as an opportunity. Some people can't even have kids, bruh. Yeah.
Well, you know, it is definitely some karma that's going to be attached to him over this. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and that's something he'll have to deal with, you know, in his present life and in the next ones and shit, until,
at least
you know,
7 of them. 7 of them motherfuckers.
7 pieces of negative karma that's coming your way, buddy.
I don't think he's being honest in saying that he said that before he had sex.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
I think he probably said that shit after they had sex and the girl said, "Oh, I'm pregnant."
Yeah.
And then he said, you know, I offered for an abortion, but I can't make her get an abortion.
Right. You know,
the whole point is, my brother, you wouldn't be even having this video right now or having this conversation if you just put a fucking condom on. Because yes, you laid down.
Pull the fuck out. I mean, like.
But I'm just saying, you laid down as consensual adults. Yeah. You both are equally responsible for a pregnancy. Whether she's gonna be the one to carry the shit or not, you're equally responsible for a fucking pregnancy. So if you meet a girl, she's like, "No, I'm on the pill. You can shoot it up. I ain't gonna get pregnant," and you don't wear a condom, then you boo the fool. Because you shouldn't trust nobody that you just met if you just fucking... Obviously, they was jump-offs, so you didn't know them. You probably met them at the club on some drunk shit. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So you should be protecting yourself. You don't even know if these bitches got STDs and shit like that.
I mean, so like,
that's once again, aspect.
There's a whole bunch of other stuff behind it.
When I was in high school and I started having sex, I lost my virginity when I was 15 years old.
So you were in junior, huh?
No, 15. I was in my freshman year of high school. I was ahead because of my birthday, how my birthday fell and some shit like that. I don't know. You know, back in the day, you had to...
She was a high school whore.
I was a super whore in high school. But, like, when my parents found out that I was having sex, my mom immediately took me to the gynecologist, put me on birth control, and she had me go to my godmother's house at the time, Miss Barbara Wade. God rest her soul, she passed on. But... she dropped me off at Miss Barbara's house for the day to go clean chickens. This is some old school shit. Miss Barbara had to make chicken for church. So she dropped me off at Miss Barbara's house on a Saturday, clean chicken all day and get everything ready for her. And she left me there. And I remember standing at the sink with Miss Barbara and she said, you know, your mom told me that you out here having sex now. And I said, yeah. And she said, well, are you going to stop? And I said, I don't know. And she said, well, if you don't know, then let me tell you something. She said, when you lay down with these little nappy-headed niggas, that's exactly what she said. When you lay down with these nappy-headed niggas, you need to think about, is this going to be somebody that is going to take care of you and your child if you get pregnant? Because every single time you lay down with somebody and you don't use protection, you're taking a chance at getting pregnant. It's anatomy and physiology. It's going to fucking happen at some point if you laying down with people. So you need to think about that when you giving up your coochie. Are you giving your coochie to somebody that's really going to care about you and take care of a kid? And when she said that to me at 15, 16, that shit stuck with me. I'm 43. I still ain't got pregnant. I'm just saying. It's not rocket science. It's not. It's so many ways to avoid getting pregnant these days. They got the pill. They got condom. They got IUD. They got spermicide. They got female condoms.
And how about just straight out pulling out and squirting on?
Oh, that's because that's what he liked to do.
Yeah.
You like to shoot it anywhere it's gonna go. You don't care.
It's almost like lotion, babe, right?
Okay, on that note, y'all, let us know what you think in the comments. Make sure y'all hit that like, share, and subscribe. We will be back next week with another Raw and Real. And until then, keep your head on a swivel, as Big A says.
Oh, if you looking around, boy, they out there.
And strap up, apparently.
You know, support.
And the Empress.
Y'all have a good week, man.
Bye.
We'll see you next week. Keep it raw, keep it real.
Thanks for watching. Your support is always appreciated. Don't forget to drop a comment, smash that like and subscribe, and then share. But if y'all want to show some support with them dollars though, throw your girl a Cash App on handle $EmpressElite. You feel me? Until we meet again, you gonna take these kisses.